Hello everyone, welcome back to my Drunken Dark Souls 3 extravaganza. I recorded all of these 3 parts in one sitting, and yeah, we'll just get right to it. So we got halberd and some manner of katana. Probably the Uchi katana doesn't look like ridiculous like the washing pole. So this is interesting. I don't see a lot of one weapon in one hand, one weapon in the other lately. So pretty much they rolled away. I figured I could get them with a jump attack, which is it can be risky because the jump attacks, man, like if you get hit while you're doing it, you take a lot of extra damage. But yep, pretty much worked out pretty well there. Switching to the spear is usually a good finisher. That's why I like to have it when I'm playing just like any old build, typical PvP builds. I like to have, you know, my main damaging weapon and then like some sort of finisher, so like a much faster weapon. And then I like to have like a parry tool, even though I don't use it that often. Parrying online is tricky. I don't like to rely on it because you kind of have to predict the future, and sometimes you'll see I'll predict very wrong. So this dude's got some sort of lightning infused weapon and a shield, doing weird backsteps and shit. And I guess he's wearing a loincloth or something. Maybe it's the master's robe. So he's probably has like a Flynn's ring or whatever. Guy's name's Rod. He likes to party. But he keeps rolling through my stuff, keeping his distance, doing all sorts of weird shit. But pretty much if he doesn't want to get close to me, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. So yeah, that was not a lot of damage for like a thrust counterattack. Alright, so then he starts whipping out the that bow, and like right there, I don't know how the hell that hit. And so we must have some sort of like terrible friggin' connection. And then after that, he just stands there and lets me stab him to death. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, odd match. But that bow, that lightning bow, it's been I've had it hit me in like some really weird ways, like a lot more than any other faith spell. So I don't know if it's a result of that they can hold it or what, but that's something to keep in mind. So this dude's got an S-stock and some sort of great sword. I don't know what it is. Could be the Lothric great sword. Tough to tell from this distance. Or maybe it's the Astora great sword. It actually kind of looks like it, pretty long. So you get the Astora great sword and the S-stock, and then you just switch it over to something else. Claws, so you can parry. Not that it matters. Yep. So that was that. The only thing he can parry on this when I'm two-handing it is the rolling attack. Pretty sure that's it, because it's an ultra great club. It's an ultra great hammer or something like that. So all rolling attacks can be parried for all weapon classes. So that's pretty much, if you see somebody with a parry tool and you're using one of these, just don't do rolling attacks. Pretty easy. And then you completely remove their, one of their options. So this dude is the Corvian Great Knife. Pretty good dagger. It's probably one of the best ones. It's got the most range, and it does a pretty good amount of damage for a dagger. But yeah, daggers are like tough to play. But it's missing doesn't have the quick step weapon art, so it's kind of like when you're playing with a dagger, you have to quick step right up on their nuts all the time. Like you cannot give them a second to breathe. It's just quick step, stab, and then just keep going. And that's usually the most successful dagger users I've seen have used it like that. Alright, what do we got? Lightning's Weehander. And it hits pretty hard. And it's got range, and he does the rolling attacks or thrust damage, so he ends up hitting me really hard. I think he kills me. Yep. He just out-trades me. You don't see this Y-hander a lot. It's not as good as it was in the first one, because it doesn't, like, smash you down like a pancake. But, yeah, it does a lot of damage. I'm seeing a lot of a lot more variety than I usually see. So right here, another Zweihander. Like, the frig? So this dude just running around. Oh, it's Rod. Haha. So, pretty much rematch. So he's got his Zweihander, and he does faith spells, right? So he's probably gonna lightning arrow me to death or something. Throwing his little... Boy, those do nothing for damage. I wonder why he's using them. And then I guess that you can hold that and not actually cast it, which is pretty cool. But see how I thought he did a jump and I hit him for 1,000 damage. Like, what the frig? So he might have like a lightning clutch ring on, because that usually does like 700. So completely heals himself with a faith spell, and yeah, I guess we restart.
Hey.
It's really weird. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. Very abnormal arena behavior. This is like more along the lines of something I'd see like a purple guy do in an invasion. Just really off the wall shit. Maybe he's just trying to practice his back steps or something. I don't honestly know. Maybe he's just having fun, which is the point of the game, right? So he keeps doing rolling attacks, and I figured I'd go over here because it's a little closer together. The odds of him running away are slimmer. Because I need to get close to him because he's got that Zweihander and it outranges me by a lot. So, like that right there. I don't know how that hit me. Just completely shoots past me, gets me. So I don't know if he's just got like a weird connection or what, but that's the same time, same guy, same thing. I completely sidestepped it and he freaking nails me with it. So a little strange. Something for me to watch out for when I see people use it. So boom, boom, boom. Herald Knight curved greatsword he's got, and a hood. So I haven't played against this thing too much. I don't know what the weapon art is, but it's a curved greatsword, so it, you know, obviously hits really hard and has hyper armor, so got to watch out for that. And the rolling attacks can be really, the running attacks can be really good if you do it right. But he doesn't seem to be wanting to do too many running attacks. I don't know. He's just probably just waiting for me to get close to him so that he can just try to trade with me. He's playing really passively, which is not normal for great weapon users. Which I guess is probably why I do fairly well, is because I keep my distance and I let them come to me. So maybe that's why. Maybe he's just good with this thing. And so I hit him. I did 72 damage, 60 damage. I don't know what the hell's going on. I have a plus 10 weapon. Like, there's no reason why I should be doing that little damage to him. So that's a little weird, because he's not wearing like super heavy armor or anything. And then I'm not actually hitting him other than with those, so I don't know. It's just weird. So now he's running around with the running attacks, trying to chase me down. I think he ends up beating me. Yeah, I think I just get down and let's let him kill me. Yeah. So again, plus 10 weapon, buffed, doing 60 damage to him. A little strange. So I'm not saying that he was up to something, but clearly his defense was a lot higher than usual. His physical damage resistance, at least. Because basically the only damage I did to him was probably magic damage from my buff. So what do we got here? I don't even know what the hell that thing is. Oh, I think that's Lorian's Greatsword. That's what it is. Because it had the flame. You don't see this thing very often. Probably because it's not too good. Oh, Twin Prince's Greatsword. Alright. So that weapon art that he has that shoots like a white beam of light at you is actually super good, because it's fast. So you can really catch people when they're like rolling away from you. Like, you hit them once or twice, hit them with that thing. It extends your range out and it makes you have a lot of So then I just did 50 damage to him with this. weird. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe he's got like the Ring of Steel protection +3, or maybe my thing's not upgraded. But I'd be hitting other people for like 200, 300 damage with this thing, so I don't really know what the hell's going on. And maybe these people are just, you know, because like right there, I just hit him with the Kestis, did 50 damage. Like, makes no sense whatsoever. Maybe he's just got really high thrust defense or what, but definitely some abnormal shit happening, which is a lot of the reason why I don't like to play in the arena. But that happens everywhere, because you can see I played earlier and dude like freaking melted my game by hitting me with like a soul arrow and a crossbow. So yeah, weird. I'm gonna have to look into that, because maybe there's like some forum post somewhere about some really sweet combo of armor, you like min-max and you get the Ring of Steel protection +3 or some other shit, and you just all of a sudden don't take any damage from spears. This guy's name's Excalibro. Pretty cool. It's two-handed longsword. And he's got Gale's greatsword on his back. Not that it mattered, because he just died immediately. So two-handing a longsword, I do not see the point. If you're gonna have a longsword, get a shield. Like that's where they shine. Two-handing it's not great, because you'll end up. What am I doing here? I don't know why I'm doing that. Shenanigans. The Drunken Kareem. Maybe I was just like, you're my spirit animal. So, washing pole, yep, he's just gonna run me down and stab me up. I don't know if I kill him. Probably not, just considering the way that this is going. And I'm one-handed the damn spear like an idiot. Or if I remember to two-hand it at all. Nope. Yeah, there's no reason to one-hand the spear unless I'm like waiting for like sweet parries, which I don't really like to do on running attacks with katanas. But oh no, I did get him. Just freaking winged him with the baseball bat. So that dude pretty much had the match won, and just didn't follow through. Here we go. So I ended up quitting, playing with my Pyromancer for a little bit. And hopefully this isn't just very bad editing on my part. I guess we'll see. But this is a little out of order. So I went and after that hacker like crashed my game, I wanted to play with the Pyromancer for a little bit, because he's a higher level, like 138. I figured the odds of and you saw all those summon signs, so 138 is definitely a level that you can PvP at pretty reliably, so that's good. But basically I just wanted to use the Pyromancer because I don't know, it's like using him. So this will be good, a little change of pace. Basically, you know, buff your Onyx Blade, because the Onyx Blade's good unless you're using the Demon Scar, which I have not used. And what you're going to want to do is Flame Surge him down, and then I don't know if this guy falls for it. He's got a long sword, so he's probably not going to try to run in on me and attack. But usually you just Flame Surge him down and then swing when they try to sprint in on you. But he's got too much hyper armor with that thing for me to. I don't think I'll break his poise. So right there. And then I did the stab to try to get him with a roll catch, because a lot of times they roll away from you, but he was smart and he rolled through me. And then now we just kind of keep the pressure on and then roll catch him. So not the cleanest fight, but it's pretty much Fire Surge keeps the pressure on. It's got more range than most weapons, and it makes them come to you. And then if you wanted to, you can switch to Black Flame when they come in on you, and then you know, hit them with that, and that does a lot of damage. Black Flame does a ton of damage. Sometimes you see people use the Pyromancer Parting Flame with it for extra damage. So after that I ended up quitting. I only did like 1 or 2 matches. One of them I like absolutely destroyed the dude, but I don't know. I don't feel like digging it up and putting it there. So then I went back to sword and board over here. So this guy's got the Black Knight Great Axe, which is not that great. Most of the axes are just not good. So I go over and say hi to that guy so that he doesn't try to gank me, but the way he's moving makes me feel like he's going to try to gank me. But then he sits down, so I continue my little fight. Yeah, the Great Axe just doesn't have enough range for some reason. It's huge, it's a gigantic weapon, but for some reason they just don't make it have a lot of range. I guess it swings too like vertically. I don't know, it just doesn't reach. So it's not something I've ever really used. I don't think I've ever really used any axes because they're mostly just not trash, but yeah, they're trash. There's PvP, they're not good. They don't have enough range. They don't have enough anything. So I drank so that he would heal, and then I pointed to that guy. He didn't heal, and he kills him. So pretty funny. And then I fight this guy. His name's Win. Let's see if he does. So he's got Black Knight Ultra Great Sword. Not wearing a helmet. Pretty good fashion. It's pretty cool. So connection's not that great because I hit him and then like a second later it counted the hit. So I got to be a little careful. I'm not going to be able to like run in and interrupt his attacks usually. So then I backstab that guy. He's pretty much dead. And then he runs in to attack me. And I guess he's still confident that he can win this. And I figured I'd back up and drink up, have him drink up. And then we could just restart. And then something funny happens after he drinks. I can't seem to hit him ever again. I'll let you decide whether or not this is shenanigans, but this is looks pretty shenanigan-y to me. Because I definitely pretty much whooped him the first time, and then he completely like perfects me. Seems odd. Like right there. I should have at least staggered him with the slam. That definitely should have been a hit. That definitely should have been a hit. That should have hit. That should have hit. So all of a sudden I can't hit him. So I'm like, maybe I'm just playing bad. So I get right up in his face. That should have hit him. Didn't hit him. Nothing. Alright. So then I was like, maybe I can, hit him with a throwing knife. Nothing. So pretty much what I think happened is on his cheat engine, he just put infinite iframes on, and he's like, well, screw you because you drank. And I guess the, drinking and restarting is not a thing that people like to do at 120. So that was something, well, or at least over here at 120, because I was doing that a lot at the swamp, and it wasn't a big deal. Like, a lot of people were into it. But maybe that's because there's less experienced people over there or something. So, whatever. So this person's got Morian Blade, wearing basically nothing. Has Dragon Slayer Great Axe. Probably a Flynn's ring, probably Red Tearstone ring. So pretty much what I'm expecting is this person, once I get them down low enough, they go into like hyper mode and try to one-shot me. But that's not what ends up happening. But right now, if they have a Red Tearstone ring and a Morian Blade, they're gonna be like hitting me really hard if they hit me. Probably one-shot me. But this shield being what it is, just kind of block and put the shield in their face, and there's not a lot they can do. Although the person has a longsword, so they could have just two-handed it, weapon arted my shield away, and then killed me. Because, yeah. So this is the last match for this one. This guy's got like every katana in the game on him, and he's wearing barely anything. And Pretty weird because usually katana builds don't have a lot of faith, so I'm not really sure what's going on here with his build. But he ends up bouncing the Onikiri and Obadachi off me a bunch of my shield, and it doesn't like do anything for bleed. So he's got to have some sort of weird infusion on these things or whatever. Yeah, so pretty much just same strategy here. He's not doing a lot of running attacks, which is abnormal for a katana user. He tried to do like a backstep. That doesn't work because you don't have iframes, so you should probably avoid doing that typically. Yeah, he just switches a bunch of katanas and tries different things, which is, it's good to switch it up, but the problem is he's just got nothing, no extra, he's got no real tricks, so pretty much just put my shield in his face, wait for him to make a mistake, roll catch him, hit him when he gets comfortable with me not actually hitting him, like, cause like right here, yeah, so I'm just gonna hit him a few more times. But this is pretty much it. If you enjoyed this episode, hit me with a like, subscribe, all that. Give me a comment if you want to see some different stuff, and we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.